Hello, here's Sunny Talk Show. Today we invite Jiayi from Melbourne City Council and Junqin from Melbourne Uni to have a talk about homelessness in Melbourne. Homelessness includes all people without conventional accommodation, such as people living on the streets, sleeping in parks or railways. Homelessness is one example of disadvantage in our community and one of the most important markers for social exclusion. Because homeless people as a vulnerable group have no equal access to public infrastructure, typically housing. Homelessness is not just a result of too few houses. Jiayi, could you please share with us what have governments done to deal with social problem?
Well, sure. First of all, we have created many services for homelessness in Melbourne. This includes 5 emergency and crisis accommodation, 5 community housing, also 3 emergency contacts for homeless people in Melbourne. City of Melbourne also published a homelessness strategy. This strategy clearly states 5 themes to help homelessness in Melbourne, including know our city, be inclusive, develop skills, create pathways, health and well-being. The Australia Institute of Health and Welfare has collaborated with many organizations that are dedicated to help homelessness. 15,000 specialized homelessness agencies in Australia were supporting over 56,000 clients. In year 2013 to 14, 254,000 Australians accessed specialist homelessness services. That is an increase of 4% from 2012 to 13, and Victoria accounted for 76% of the national increase in clients. This data shows that how governments and organizations has put lots of efforts to help homelessness in Victoria.
What you have done is just keep talking, but why don't you just go down to the street tonight and have a look? Although most homeless people are in contact with charity for emergency services, they are not getting help to leave the street. Volunteers also notice that lots of homeless people sleep in public toilets in Junqin. The majority of homeless people are on the waiting list for months or years. That number is growing by 30 people every month.
What messages are we sending to homeless people who find themselves marginalized in ever-increasing numbers? So it does bring the questions, how just is our society? Is it indeed fair, equitable and inclusive? Today we can talk figures about how many people are sleeping on the streets overnight, but one is too many.